Hello everybody and welcome into the SFA Season 17 College Football Playoff. We are here for the Sugar Bowl quarterfinal between the number 2 seed Southern Miss and the number 7 seed Baylor Bears and Coach Flame. It's going to be a great one here in the Superdome. The winner will go on to the Orange Bowl semifinal to face the Auburn Tigers, who took down Georgia Tech a little earlier today, and they lost their quarterback, Thad Russell, for the year. So it's going to be a great one. A lot of opportunity in this game. Our only CPU team left. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Baylor Bears looking for their second natty. They won in Season 15, 2 years removed. As always, though, this is the SFA. It's an online dynasty ran through Discord, Twitch, and YouTube. You can jump in at any time, claim a team. You can set playbooks, recruit players, participate in server games to help yourself build a national champion where you can compete for a ton of rewards. If you're watching on stream, you don't want to run into ads, use Twitch Prime Sub, helps us out, and it's free for you if you link your account. Or you can, if you want more content, you can check out our Patreon at patreon.com/thesfa. Alright, this is going to be a big-time game, a lot on the line. And Southern Miss, the best record in the nation. Now, these two teams, they have played each other a couple of times before. If you look here, 2 times before in the regular season, both in the NCAA 14 era. Baylor won them both. They played in non-conference a couple of times. Southern Miss only scored 17 points. And if you look at the bracket here, winner goes to the Orange Bowl. We just saw Auburn take down Georgia Tech earlier this morning, and then we just came from Arlington where Iowa State won the Cy-Hawk matchup. So it's going to be a lot of fun here. Let's see what happens. As always, we'll go through both rosters and we'll watch the game in its entirety. As Baylor, they are not led by Latrey Raines. He is hurt. It will be J.J. Davis, 90 overall backup quarterback. At running back, the former cover athlete Niall Sheathers. Wide receiver Solo Tippins, Zach Hill, and Sean Mitchell. You might all see some Hunter Gene action. Tight end Josh Guillory. Offensive line looks like this: SFA player Moses Strong, SFA player Monroe Rosecrans, and SFA player Roosevelt Givens. On defense, you got Ryan Jean on one side, Nick Bratton on the other. And in the middle, Joe Bailey and SFA player Bradley Hendricks. At linebacker, Nate Wise, Ryan Cobb in the middle, and Jonnu Eve, the SFA player, on the right side. At corner, Victor Wilson, Elipidus Xander, SFA player, Marvin O'Connor, and Angel Honeymoon, who there's a broken promise, so he will enter the transfer portal after this, whenever this season ends for Baylor. So this is a chance for you to scout him. He will be entering the transfer portal. At safety, you got Matt Brooks, and on the other side, Briley Beauchamp, the SFA player. Kicker Andy James, and punter, the freshman All-American Rory Greer, will also be entering the transfer portal. And look at that, 95 speed punter. So if you want him, check him out. As Baylor is taking on Southern Miss, a team that's made the playoff 2 years ago. They missed last season after losing in the Sun Belt Championship. They probably should have been in, but they had some quarterback injuries. But now they're fully led by the SFA reject, Johnny Ward, 83 overall. This is another triple option type team. Josh Thomas and Andy Weber are their running backs. Craig Rollins in the middle, and out wide, Lee Talley and A.J. Harrison. Tight end, Terry Tyler. And this is what the offensive line looks like. Decent on the outside. Interior is a little bit weaker. On the defensive side, Calvin Jackson and Isaiah Robinson. And in the middle, Willie Thompson. Linebacker, you got Willie Edwards, Tyrone Smith, and Jordan Anderson, the Yams legend. At corner, Justin McDaniel, Will Harvey, and Tyson Schroeder. And out back, Kyle Neal and SFA player Darius Covington, one of the few redshirt senior SFA players we have. And their kicker, Steve Brown. and Marcus Thompson. So on paper, Southern Miss is the weaker team, but all year long, all they do is win. They have beaten Tennessee, so all sorts of things could happen in this matchup. We are here for the Sugar Bowl. Flame, if you're here, let me know what jerseys you want. But remember, guys, all games the rest of the way are going to be just straight up. Who wins? Are you going with Baylor or Southern Miss, the number 2 seed? They earned a bye after Iowa State choked to Baylor, so Baylor kind of gave them that 2nd seed. So who you got? On paper, it's leaning towards Baylor, but we're not wiggly. Let me get my thumbnail. So we want to go 18 white with a chrome helmet. All right. We have the 18 white. Okay, so here's the white, and then you want the chrome helmet. Is it this one, the 2018 gold chrome? This one, I believe. I think this is the one you mean. Yep, okay, cool. And then for Southern Miss, we can go all black or we could go all gold. We just had a blackout, so let's go with the all gold here for Southern Miss. All right. Baylor Bears tied for the most CFP appearances in history with Oklahoma at 8. Southern Miss, this is their 2nd appearance. They won a game against Oklahoma State in their 1st appearance. Retired Stequavius Gates. What can they do here against the Baylor Bears? Here we go. Yeah, these are the matchups where overall doesn't matter. Johnny Ward, a heck of an SFA player. They have one of the best defenses in the country. They're going up against a backup quarterback who proved to be turnover happy against Hawaii of all teams. So here we go, the Sugar Bowl in the Superdome. Johnny Ward. No more B-Dog here for Southern Miss. But he built a program. Let's get going. Death, taxes, and the Baylor Bears. They'll start with the ball.
Number 10,
Kareem Paul did not play in that game. He was out for the year. So here we go on the first return. Southern Miss, after Western Kentucky lost to Stanford, they have the best record in the nation. 12-1. J.J. Davis at quarterback. Niles Sheathers in the backfield. First play, he drops back over the middle. Hits his man, Josh Guillory, with a big play. So already looking good. One of the oldest SFA players in the nation, Darius Covington. And he's one of the only SFA players in history that's going to finish his career at a lower overall than his starting overall, if that makes any sense. Number 26. Solo Tippins, top of the screen. Quick option. Davis keeps it. He finds a hole. Look at him go. 14 yards for J.J. Davis. Great start here for the Baylor Bears. Remember, that Hawaii game was way too close. Quick option for Davis. Floats it out to Sheathers. He turns the corner, and he gets 9. Looks like Baylor's going to attack the edge here of Southern Miss. Test their athleticism. Of course, Coach Flame, arguably the greatest SFA coach in history. Very familiar with these matchups. So here we go. Sheathers carries it, 2nd and 1. He gets inside the 25. Southern Miss defense already having trouble. They spread him out again under center. Davis. He's running out of time. He steps up. Ball's on the ground. They call it incomplete. What is that? That's a fumble, man. He dropped the ball. Ay, ay, ay. Already getting bailed out. 2nd and 10. Tippins runs all the way across. Davis has to take off. He gets up the middle, and he's running. He's tumbling inside the 5. Who needs Latrey Reigns? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Flame has won the national championship only with CPU quarterbacks. It was Clinton Sanders. Could it be J.J. Davis this year off the bench? 1st and goal for the Baylor Bears. Quick 3-step drop and hits the back of his offensive lineman's helmet. Right into Monroe Rosecrans' dome. That's why you need a shorter center. 2nd and goal. Handoff, Niall Sheathers up the gut. Touchdown, Baylor Bears. A quick start. Oh, man. Yeah, that's what we're headed to. I don't want to write off Southern Miss quite yet, of course, but it is the Baylor Bears. It's like, this feels like the Cincinnati versus Alabama matchup IRL a couple of years ago. It's like, Cincinnati, great story. They deserve to be there. Love them and everything, but they stood no chance against an Alabama team. So here comes Johnny Ward, the SFA reject, captain of this team. He was their quarterback most of the last season as well. Hands it up to the fullback here. Craig Rollins for 4. And of course, you never know with these triple option offenses. We saw Baylor have trouble with some of those styles of plays last time against Hawaii. Here's Johnny Ward. Throws it, wide open man on the left side. 1st down, A.J. Harrison. Welcome in, Coach Dogwater. 1st and 10 under center. Oh, it's a jet sweep. Broken tackles, a stiffy, and Andy Weber loses a yard. Riley Beauchamp, the SFA player. Second and 11. I formation. Traditional handoff, finds some room, and they get about half of it. Josh Thomas. So 3rd and 6 for Southern Miss. Their only loss this year was a 1-point loss in week 0 to Army. Floats it deep and tipped away by Riley Beauchamp. What a series there for Beauchamp, the SFA player. Most likely they are tomorrow morning. It just depends if anything arises with my dog or anything. I ideally want them tomorrow, and ideally the Natty is Wednesday. Otherwise, I have to push the semis to Wednesday and then the Natty to next weekend, and I don't want to extend the season that long. I don't like doing that. Niall Sheathers, broken tackle, and he gets 10 yards. I try to get the CFP done as quickly as possible just to keep the hype rolling for the CFP, so it's not like March Madness where you take a week, Take a week, and then nobody cares. But it is hard getting 13 hours of streaming in with a full-time job and a full-time life. And then on top of that, 13 hours of editing. 1st and 10. Can they do it again? J.J. Davis keeps it. He gets a big carry, and he's across the 40. Not an encouraging start here for Southern Miss. First and 10. J.J. Davis, they bring a blitz. He has the time. He's running out. He flings it and incomplete. Well, at least Southern Miss is showing up with their #1 pass defense. He's 1 for 4. Hadn't been much encouraging pass prospects yet. It's another keeper, though. This run defense has been cheeks, but there's a nice play. J.J. Davis killing him with his legs, but not right there. Third down for the Baylor Bears. They're empty. Davis yams it over the middle. It's caught. That's going to be a first down. Zach Hill for 11. Davis yams it deep, caught, and out at the 2. Sean Mitchell for 21. This matchup is already feeling like it's spilling over. 1st and goal for the Baylor Bears. Goal line, full back, down he goes. Ernest Beck can't get in there. Empty set, J.J. Davis out the back of the end zone. It's 3rd down. Chance to get off the field now for Southern Miss. Shotgun. Handoff. Sheathers. And he can't get in there. Southern Miss gets the stop. And they will go for it on the inch. This could be a massive play. It's a throw. Davis with the deep drop. Flings it and incomplete. Turnover on downs for Southern Miss. They wish he would have picked that off, though. They could have at least gotten out of the end zone. Maybe should some yards or a pick 6, but now they're on the inch. We're in safety territory, folks. So 1st and 10 on the inch. Can they get out of their own end zone? The handoff. Big hole. There you go. Gives them some space. 2nd and 6 now. Motion. There goes Ward, and he finds a hole. That's 13. Great job there for Johnny Ward. Yeah, Flame, this is kind of shaping up like this Hawaii game. You should be up like 28, but then they're going to somehow be in it. As we got Maryland eye time. Quick option. Floats it out to the outside. Thomas only gets 3. They got to find a way to mount a drive here. Might need a big play. Might need some luck. Back to the Maryland eye. Quick option, floats it out, and down he goes. Negative yardage. It's 3rd and long. This is one of the better linebacker cores in the country. It's going to be hard to go coast to coast. Third and 12. Split backs. Ward will throw it. He has some time. He escapes, and down he goes all the way back at the 2. Nick Bratton. So this is dangerous now. This could be a punt block situation. Punting from their own 5. Here's the kick. It's off cleanly. It will be returnable. Incredible field position here for Baylor. They'll get inside the 30. So starting at the 27. Turnover on downs. They're right back in, threatening. Niall Sheathers goes down. Yes, a blocked punt or a blocked field goal is one of the few things we've never seen. We've seen kickoff returns. We've now seen pick sixes in overtime. We've seen all the crazy shit. But we've never seen... We've even seen a punt return for a touchdown. In all my years of simulating NCAA games, I've seen one blocked kick in this game. It was a Penn State Army game. That's a first. And off. So there it is. End of the first quarter. It's only 7-0. Southern Miss needs a turnaround here, and quickly. They're hanging in there. Yep, we've seen onside kicks return for a touchdown. So, still waiting for a select few things, of course. Throws this one. Solo Tippins makes a play. They're down to the 1. So first and goal. Empty set for J.J. Davis. Up the gut. They'll call him short. He might have gotten in there. I don't know. Can Southern Miss come up with another goal line stand? Shotgun formation. Drops back. Davis, he's going to run out of time. It's a sack. Southern Miss standing on their head when it matters most. Back against the wall, they're holding on. Five wide, 3rd and goal. JJ over the middle, tipped away. They'll bring out the field goal unit. So to push this to a 2-score lead. The kick, it is up and it is good. But Southern Miss gets the moral victory. 2 straight trips inside the 5, inside the 1 even. 3 points total. So down 10, Southern Miss has life. They just need this offense to get to work. Johnny Ward, the SFA player. They only have 2 on this roster. The dream season out of the Sun Belt. Dumps that off. It's going to be a nice catch, and he'll get about 8. Terry Tyler. All right, guys, we have one more game after this to cement our Final Four. Winner of this game goes and faces Auburn in the Orange Bowl. Winner of Washington, Tennessee faces Iowa State in the Rose. So 2nd and 2, Maryland I. It's going to be just a carry for Johnny Ward. He breaks a tackle. He finds the edge. What a run. Trucks a defender. I don't even think the defender realized the quarterback was him. I thought he was a blocker. Johnny Ward takes off. He finds some room. He lowers his shoulder, and he gets the first. They'll hurry it up. Southern Miss starting to feel a rhythm. Another play action. Yamming it deep. It's caught and dropped. No. Critical drop there from the receiver. Motion, it's a toss. He gets to the edge. He's pushing and gets 5 out of it. Andy Weber. 3rd and 5 for Southern Miss. They're 0 for 2 on the day. Audible. Split backs. Johnny Ward dumps it off. He has to turn upfield. He breaks the tackle. First down. A stiffy! 12 for Southern Miss. Here come the Golden Eagles. Big players making big plays. Beauchamp comes down. Ward again. Over the middle. It's caught on the angle by the fullback, Craig Rollins. He rumbles for 6. I love the heart from these Golden Eagles. They are fighting. 2nd and 4. Johnny Ward. Delayed, and he's sacked. They finally get to him. Nate Wise. This guy always seems to make a play. Whether it's picking off Conrad Gatterdam in week 0 or in the CFP, Nate Wise makes plays. 3rd and 8. The 26-yard line. Johnny Ward. Shotgun drops back. 4-man rush. He yams it deep to the end zone. He has a man, and he's out of bounds. No! Wait, there's a review! Please! I'm on my knees! Did he get in? A.J. Harrison, oh, it's close.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
It's reversed! Touchdown, Southern Miss! I don't think I can remember a time we've had a incompletion reversed to a completion in the end zone. I don't remember ever doing that. It's always been it's a touchdown, then they take it off the board. Let's go! I love you, Flame. I love the Baylor Bears. I'm always cheering for them, but I'm glad this is close. I didn't want this to be another blowout. What a play. What a drive there from Southern Miss. That's huge. So all the momentum with the Golden Eagles now. J.J. Davis jams it deep left side. He has a man! Down the left side they go! Gives chase down inside the 25. Zach Hill. The Yam, a 50-yarder, gets him right back in scoring range. But the only question is, can they score? They've been iced out here when the field gets shorter. Remember, this is the #1 pass defense in the nation. J.J. Davis, 3-man rush. He has the time. He floats it. Oh, that could have been picked! My head almost touched the roof in my room. I thought J.J. Davis just turned it over. 2nd and 10, Niall Sheathers. 3rd and 6. When the field gets short, Southern Miss stands tall. 3rd down. And we're starting to get to the point, folks, where my voice is going to start fading out. So, be warned. Audible here for J.J. Davis. Drops back, they bring a blitz. He floats it to the corner, and they call it a catch for Sean Mitchell. The drive continues. They're at the 12. Can they finally punch it in? The pylon! The pylon! We gotta get a stoppage for the pylon! It's in the field of play! Oh, Niall Sheathers inside the 1 again! First and goal inside the 1. Where have we seen this before? The keeper, JJ, doesn't get it! Their 3rd time inside the 1. They have 3 points. Surely they get it this time. Surely. 2nd and goal. Trips left. Davis. It's a keeper. He goes down again. Jordan Anderson, the Yams legend. Third and goal. Shotgun. Davis. He'll throw it. Davis yams it deep and almost intercepted. Do my eyes deceive me? Another stop. Inside the 1. The field goal now to go up 6. Oh my. 3 trips inside the 1. 6 points. And no touchdowns. Incredible defensive stand here from Southern Miss today, ranked the #1 pass defense and the #2 overall defense in the country. Holy Toledo, folks. 1st and 10. Southern Miss over the middle, and Lee Talley has to lay out for it. They have plenty of time and all of the momentum. Southern Miss gets the ball after half as well, folks. They are in this game because of their defense. Johnny Ward over the middle. It's a catch. He turns upfield. He gets a block and gets 15. Andy Weber. Coach Flame in his feels right now. Even the longest tenured active coach can still find new problems. Second and 9. Oh, baby. Yeah, I guess total tenure. Yeah, I forgot that he went to Illinois. Hey, remember when Illinois made the playoff and Arizona didn't? 3rd and 6. We're across the 50. Third and 6. Johnny Ward dumps it off. 1st down. Bang. Here come the Golden Eagles. Can they shock the world and bring a natty to the Sun Belt? Handoff to the outside. He stiffies 1, and he gets 5.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
Briley Beauchamp comes on down. Fullback dive.
Number 60 runs him down. Gaining 3 yards. That'll bring up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Johnny Ward dumps it off again. First down. They'll hurry it up. 45 seconds left. 3 timeouts. Split backs. Johnny Ward. He has time. Ward yams it deep, out of bounds. Johnny Ward has been incredible today.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, 37 seconds. Delayed give here to the running back. Josh Thomas loses a yard. Don't really like that call. 3rd down for the Golden Eagles. It's a screen pass. They'll get it out. He turns upfield. He has a block, and he gets pushed out. He had more running room if he could tiptoe in his Jordans. So here comes the field goal unit. 37 yards to get within 3. The kick is up. And it's good! 3-point game. What a kick. Someone shields Mike's eyes. A made kick in a clutch moment. Don't show Jason Parks the tape. So here comes Baylor. They have 25 seconds. Maybe add 3. It's been an insane first half. Baylor dominating in every category. But when they get to the red zone, they're fumbling the bag. 1st and 10. They have 3 timeouts. They've been dominant between the ones. They've been dominant. It's just inside the 1-yard line. They can't do anything. This is a crazier start than the Hawaii game. 2nd and 10. J.J. Davis takes off. He scrambles. They're in yam range. 3rd and 2. 13 seconds. JJ yams it. That's a first. Zach Hill gets 6. Under center, they're going to run a real play. They're going to try one last chance to get in field goal range. He throws this away. So a Hail Mary to end the half. We saw it convert with Jamarcus McNutt. Does J.J. Davis have a touchdown in him? They bring a blitz. He steps up. He yams it deep. It's an absolute moonshot. And intercepted at the 1. And they call it no! No, they call it a safety! Not like this! Not like this! His momentum carried him into the end zone! The arm safety to end the half! I'm sick! A 5-point game! There you go, Bob Toledo. Speaking of things we've never seen before, we have not seen the Hail Mary safety yet. That is a common thing that happens in this game. I don't think we've seen it. The Hail safety. Flame bailed out on a Hail safety. Sacked for a first down and a Hail safety. My God, that's such cheeks. Southern Miss will start with the rock. As we look at the first half stats, my God. How does Baylor turn it over and get 2 points for it? This is ridiculous. This game is insane. Southern Miss somehow in this game with only 46 rushing yards. Incredible. No notes. This game's an all-timer already. This side of the bracket has been great. Every game so far except the Auburn UTSA one has been a banger. But even the UTSA game had some fun stories within it. So 1st and 10, what can Southern Miss do? Down 5, it's still a one-score game. They lose some yardage to start it. Nate Wise off the edge. The Hale safety is going to live in infamy. Another way, death taxes and the Baylor Bears bails them out. 2nd and 14. Broken tackle. Flip it out! Oh! Imagine the reverse flip right there. That would have been incredible. So a 3rd down to start the half. Johnny Ward, safety coming down. They're not respecting the pass. Over the middle, it's caught and short. A shame. Shame, shame, shame. So 4th and 6. 3 and out. Baylor gets the ball back, leading by 5. Udlin Johnson, one of the better returners in the nation. 15-10. What a game. Josh Guillory hands it off to Niall Sheathers, and he gets himself 11. I don't even know where to begin with this game. Like, it's just, Baylor's going to drive down to the 1 and get stopped again, and it's J.J. Davis just yammed. He's 8 for 20! This dude's a bum! I can't. This is so funny because Baylor's rocking with this backup quarterback. He has been dreadful, but they're still winning. Niall Sheathers for 4. This feels like a Nick Foles type of a team where he comes in. 3rd and 6. The mid-screen. It works! 1st down! How does that mid-screen work? Inside the 35, the Baylor Bears. Trips left. Hands it off. Niall Sheathers up the gut. He gets 8. Second and 2. J.J. Davis motions out the tight end. Another handoff to Niall Sheathers. He'll get the first, but a big hit from Darius Covington, the SFA player. One of the few players left from the season 11 recruiting class. As that ball's incomplete. He had the touchdown. He had the touchdown. He just forgot the ball. There's voodoo inside the 5 here. I'm convinced. 2nd and 10. The handoff to Sheathers, and he goes down. 3rd down. Third down for the Baylor Bears. Back in the red zone. 4 wide. They'll audible into the pistol. Trips right. JJ drops back. Bring a blitz. They pick it up. He yams it deep out of the back of the end zone. 9 for 23. So 4th down, another field goal attempt. This time from 33 yards at right hash. The field goal is up and it's good. Baylor leads by 8. It should be 6. I feel like 18 is such a weird score. This would be probably a scoregami. Surely there's never been an 18-10 game. That's so disgusting. So Southern Miss, screwed by the safety, but they're hanging in there. 1-score game still. Nobody gave them a chance to win this. Dumps that off. Broken tackle and motions outside. Loses more yardage. He only gets 6 out of it. 2nd and 4 here for Southern Miss. And they find some offense. And Ward goes down. It's a sack. Joe Bailey breaks through. And this is where it gets tough. You can only hold down Baylor for so long. They're doing a fantastic job. But you've got to keep pace. You've got to score. You've got to keep it a 1-score game. If this gets to 2 scores, it's going to be over. On the run. Broken tackle. He delivers a strike and misses everybody. No! He just missed 2 wide open guys. So here's the punt. The Baylor Bears return it. They get up to the 50. Okay, listen here, Mushbrain. Safety's coming down. The safety blitz. They've got to generate a stop that isn't in the red zone. Davis, the corner blitz. He gets it off. There's Sheathers. He cuts inside. He breaks away. Big play from Sheathers. The former cover athlete. He changed his number to number 10. And look at him cook. He's looking for a second athlete. We've never had a 2-time cover athlete. 1st and 10. We're halfway through this 3rd quarter. J.J. Davis. Can he lead this team to victory? Sheathers, the delayed give. He breaks through and he gets 5. Thought he could have exploded there. He's quietly up to 93 yards on the day. 2nd and 5. 3rd and inches. So a chance for Southern Miss to continue their great defensive play. 3rd down. Just outside the red zone. Handoff Sheathers. He breaks through. He gets down to the 5. But you know what happens inside the 5, folks. There are 5 attempts at the red zone. 1 touchdown. 1st and goal. The delayed give to Sheathers. He's inside the 5. He goes down. 2nd and goal. Goal line form on both sides. They throw it. Can they finally break home? It's a floaty, and this time it's intercepted! They're going the other way! Southern Miss does it again! This defense is incredible! So they keep it a 1-score game. Can the offense get it in gear? Broken tackle, and Johnny Warren can't break through. So 18-10. Clock ticking away. We're inside 12 minutes left in this game day. The Sugar Bowl has been a classic. Can Ward, though, can they find a way to score some fucking points? This incredible defensive play has been completely lost on this offense. Third down. Ward yams it deep left side. Triple covered. Tipped away. 3 and out for Southern Miss. They've got to rely on the defense again. And how long can you rely on the defense? Another bad kick. They'll return this. Oh, ball's on the ground. Udling can't pick it up. So he gets no return out of it. He took his sweet time. They tried to rip it out again, but missed opportunities all day long for Baylor. So J.J. Davis back under center, hands it off to Sheathers, who he goes for the hurdle. It's 4 out of it. Hurdling's risky there. He could have fumbled that. 2nd and 6, Southern Miss. Quick option. Davis keeps it. And he gets a first down. First and 10. Third quarter trickling away. Empty set, but he's under center. No audible. The snap, the handoff to the receiver in the backfield. He reverses field. Luke Alexander gets 5.
That's good for a gain of 5 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
So 2nd and 5 now. Cross the 40. Delayed give here. Down he goes. Sheathers loses yardage. Be 3rd and 7. The All-State Sugar Bowl. Orange Bowl semifinal on the line. Empty set for J.J. Davis. Over the middle, and he misses him! Another defensive stop here for Southern Miss. And Baylor's going for it. This game script has been insane. J.J. Davis, 4th down, all the time in the world. He yams it deep open, man. Touchdown, Baylor. Hunter Jean finally breaks through. This defense has given it everything they had. But Baylor just too strong. What an incredible effort from the Southern Miss defense all day long. As Baylor goes up 2 scores. It might be over. 9 minutes and some change. This offense has to strike and has to strike quickly. They get a nice return to start it. There's just been no offense here for Southern Miss in the second half. They'll throw it, dump it off, and hurdle, ball's on the ground. It's picked up. They're going the other way. A scoop and score for the Baylor Bears. Eric Weeks. And that is the nail in the coffin here at the Superdome. The incredible defensive performance from Southern Miss has just been completely erased. The defensive touchdown is going to seal the deal here, but Southern Miss, man, what a performance on the defensive side. I know the numbers are going to not look correct, but watching this game, Southern Miss had a chance for 3 quarters. So power I for Southern Miss, Johnny Ward, the quarterback. He'll throw it. And he's going to take off. He finds some room down the right side. It's a big run. There goes Ward. Up to the 50. 26 yards for Johnny Ward. Beautiful camera angle here at the Superdome. So as we enter the 4th quarter here at the Superdome, Baylor leads 32-10. A great 3rd quarter for them. They scored 17 unanswered points. $17-0 quarter. It's going to take a masterful run here from Southern Miss to get back into this game. Breaks the sack at least, and he'll get some positive yardage. Gets 2. Still fighting. So we're looking at a 6-7 matchup here in the semifinals. Johnny Ward dumps it off. I think we have seen a 7 seed win the Natty. Maybe I'm wrong. Johnny Ward, 3rd and 8, floats it, and that's going to be a 1st down. Great play. They're across the 40 now. Ward hits his man. That's another 1st down. Lee Talley. Yeah, the 7 seed has never won the Natty, so. 1st and 10. There goes Johnny. Johnny up the middle. Johnny on the spot. Gets to the 3. Big time run there. First and goal. Can they punch it in? Hand off. Up the gut. Touchdown, Southern Miss. Life for the Golden Eagles. Back down 2 scores. It's a good start. 15-point game. And look at this. The only other 2 matchups Baylor and Southern Miss have played, Southern Miss scored 17 points. And look what they're at. 17 points. Will it happen again? A Baylor multiple score win. So 7 minutes, 43 seconds away from another semifinal appearance for Flame. Handoff, Niall Sheathers to the outside, and he gets 4. How many semifinals has Flame been to? He's only been to 1 Natty. Second and 6 here. Handoff, Sheathers to the outside. Oh, what a hit! Oh, no, he lost in an A. Oh, yeah, I remember. You lost to Clemson twice in a row. Third and 5 for the Baylor Bears. J.J. Davis. He steps up. He has some time. He's got to get rid of it. He does it. He finds a man. Disgusting display. Oh, they had to stop. That was their chance. That was the chance. Oh, nice play there. Somehow Sheether stays up, but he loses 4. Glad Southern Miss, best record in the nation, proved that they were competitive. Second and 14 now. They'll start running some clock. Remember, guys, after this game, we'll go right into the Fiesta Bowl between Washington and Tennessee. Second and 14, another handoff here to Niall Sheethers, and he stiffies 1 and gets 6. There'll be another third down upcoming. Yeah, 4 semifinals if you make this one. You've been to the Natty twice. So, yeah. Yeah, because you only lost to Clemson in the semis that one time. So, 3rd and 8 for the Baylor Bears. Empty set, J.J. Davis. He has all the time in the world. He steps up, trying to find a man. Yams it deep left side. Intercepted! It's going the other way! The tip drill works to perfection. Southern Miss gets the ball. So there's life here for Southern Miss. Another turnover. Once again, Baylor losing the turnover battle. They lost it against Hawaii. They're losing it here, but they're winning. I don't know if that will hold up against Auburn if they do it there. Triple option now, floats it out to Weber. They've got to score fast. They've got to find a way to get a big play here. Down 15, it's not over. Just got to score before you have to start using timeouts. They'll throw, that's a screen pass. He got to break that tackle. He does, but he's out of bounds. The whole question for me, Flame, is how this backup plays for Auburn. 3rd down. Thomas rolls right, throws left, caught, open. He has to make a play. No, 4th down. They've got to go for it. 4th down, game on the line here. Maryland I. They hand it off, and that'll be a 1st down and more. Thomas for 12. Three and a half left. They're approaching the 50. They need big plays. Ward takes off. He finds some room. He cuts inside, breaks a tackle, gets 2 blocks. Oh, there goes Ward! 32! What a run from Johnny Ward! They're inside the red zone. Ward takes off again. Johnny Ward inside the 10. He's still cooking. First and goal. 3 minutes left. Motion. Ward takes off again. Touchdown, Southern Miss. No, he's 1 yard short. Stretch the ball out, big fella. 2nd and goal. Ward. No, he goes down. Not like this. Please. I'm on my knees. Come on. Please. I'm on my knees. 3rd and goal. The handoff. Up the gut. He pushes. Touchdown, Josh Thomas. They're not going away. Took a 2nd and a 3rd effort. And they'll take the extra point. And Rick, you're exactly right. This could all come down to the hail safety at the end of the half. Onside kick. Can Southern Miss keep the dream alive? It's caught. And they hang on. So they have all 3 of their timeouts. 2 first downs will do it. Who's going to the Orange Bowl semifinal? Sheathers. He breaks a tackle. One more. The handoff. It's a keeper for JJ. He gets 6. Southern Miss needs a stand right here. And a field goal would end it anyways. They need a turnover. 2nd and 4. J.J. Davis, he cuts a field. 1st down. Under center. It's a throw. J.J. Davis, he's going to throw the ball. What is he thinking? He's just holding it back there. He takes off. He's up the gut and down to the 2. What in the world is happening? Only one man running a route. He just stood back there. I guess they're trying to run more time off the clock. I don't know. My goodness. And once again, they're inside the 5. I don't know, can Southern Miss somehow pull something out of their hat and get the ball back? J.J. Davis trying to send his team to the semifinals. They're up 8. They've just got to run this clock down. 2nd and 2 for the Baylor Bears. Handoff, Niles. Sheathers, down he goes. Darius Covington meets him in the hole. Or Kyle Neal. All right, here we go. Game on the line. You need a turnover. The only hope for Southern Miss. Can they force a turnover from J.J. Davis? They'll let the clock roll. Third and 2, game on the line. Davis, he's going to throw it. He's sacked, but hangs on to the ball. But they have to snap it here on 4th down. So the only chance is a blocked kick or a missed kick. Can we see a miracle for Southern Miss? Here's the field goal attempt to send Baylor to the semifinals. The kick is up and it's good! There it is. Southern Miss, a great performance today in the Sugar Bowl. Incredible job. Best record in the nation. Down he goes. Triple zeros on the clock. The Baylor Bears have done it. They are going back to the Orange Bowl semifinal as they upset number 2 Southern Miss. Coach Flame, this is now his 4th semifinal appearance as he goes for title number 2. He will meet Coach Cabbage and the Auburn Tigers in the semifinal Orange Bowl. And for Southern Miss, a great season here comes to an end. They put up a tremendous fight all day long, but it just wasn't enough. Thank you guys for watching. We are headed to the Fiesta Bowl. Another player of the game being the kicker. Incredible. $35-24 is your final. Which, a game that I wasn't anticipating to be a banger. It was kind of, if there was one of these 4 games that was going to be a little disappointing, I was projecting it to be this one. But this turned out to be an incredibly fun watch. Yep, so we'll pay out you Baylor Bear bettors. I'm sure the vast majority pick Baylor. Yep, we got 60% on Baylor. That would be a little bit more, probably. But a great job here for Coach Flame. And 1/2 of our semifinal is set. Baylor, Auburn, backup quarterbacks in the Orange Bowl. Can't get much better than that. We'll go through the stats, of course. The Hale safety proved to not be too much of an issue. I mean, the deciding factors was the scoop and score and the Hale safety. So they put up a great fight. Just a couple things didn't go their way. Not a good day, though, for J.J. Davis. 2 games he has not been good. 12 of 29, 216, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Niall Sheathers goes for 136, 5 a carry, and 1 touchdown. Hunter Jean had the long tutty. And on defense, 7 tackles for Cobb, 3 TFLs for Nate Weiss. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total sacks. No interceptions. The deflection from Briley Blowchamp. The forced fumble was Nate Wise. The recovery was Eric Weeks. And Solo Tippins got the credited with the safety. Congratulations. He did nothing else in this game. And then Andy James, 4 for 4 on the day. His long of 32. Baylor starter will not come back because there is no advancing. So all the injuries are staying put at the same timeline. As Johnny Ward, 17 for 23, 145, 1 touchdown. He was also their leading rusher. 2 touchdowns for Thomas. And unfortunately, it just came down to talent. The lack of talent always catches up. They played incredibly well, out of their minds all day long. But that is it for Southern Miss. Unfortunately, both of the Gold and Black Birds lost today. So let's check out our players of the game. So Johnny Ward, Kyle Neal, Nate Wise, and the kicker, Andy James. So let me get this. I paid you guys out already. So Baylor wins. So we'll have a 6 and a 7 seed. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back in about 5 minutes to wrap up the day with the Fiesta Bowl between Washington and Tennessee. Thanks for watching.